Did Meghan Markle's fairy tale romance to Prince Harry start on a sour note? The former actress's estranged sister, Samantha Markle, claims the Duchess of Sussex was seeing chef Corey Vitiello the same time she started to date the red-headed prince. Meghan Markle was still living with her chef then-boyfriend Corey Vitiello when she went on her first date with Prince Harry, a new book claims. According to Revenge, Meghan, Harry and the War Between the Windsors, out now in the UK, Meghan, then an actress on the USA network drama Suits, in 2016 put into action a plan to befriend a group of well-connected Brits. Among them were Harry's childhood friend Violet von Westinghouse, who was working as a publicist for Ralph Lauren. Meghan had been hired to wear the designer's clothing during the Wimbledon tennis tournament in the summer of 2016. In a conversation with Westinghouse at Wimbledon, author Tom Bauer writes, Meghan persuaded sensitive soul von Westinghouse to set her up on a blind date with the prince. Her problems were familiar to all unknown, unmarried actors in their mid-30s, fear of loneliness and personal and financial insecurity, Bauer writes. Unsurprisingly, Meghan was preoccupied by her own financial security, and finding a husband. Before agreeing to the setup, the book claims, Westinghouse sent Harry photos of the dark-haired actress. Von Westinghouse's father, Piers, is an interior decorator and antique dealer and an old chum of Prince Charles' wife Camilla. During weekend visits to the Westinghouse Hertfordshire country estate and during joint family holidays, Princes Harry and William played with Violet as children. Although Bauer writes that Meghan's 2-year romance with Vitiello, a Toronto-based chef, was in its last throes when she met Harry, they still shared a home together. The book also claims that, 2 weeks after their first date on July 1, 2016, Harry secretly flew to Toronto. He stayed for about 1 week in the house of a friend of Meghan's, probably Jessica Mulroney. With Corey still sharing Meghan's home, the situation for Meghan was tricky but manageable. At the end of the week, after he returned to London, Meghan was convinced that her spell was cast and the relationship with Harry would be sealed. She told Corey that their affair was over, Bauer writes. According to the book, Vitiello was relieved. The final months had been unpleasant. Samantha also wrote, what confused me was that, if Meghan and Harry had been dating for 6 months, she would have been dating Harry at the same time she was dating the restaurateur Corey, who seemed like a good fit, according to the Royal Observer, which obtained an advance copy of Samantha's book, The Diary of Princess Pushy's Sister, a memoir. She continues, I imagine that Corey will be devastated by being dumped for a prince, or was she dating them both simultaneously? I was sure it could be uncomfortable for either of them. Samantha also divulged that Meghan's first marriage to Trevor Engelson turned nasty, especially after the California native gave her ring back to the producer. By mail. I had enough of the media news about my sister dating Harry, and I was worried about Trevor, the 56-year-old writes, according to Royal Observer, adding that Meghan rudely mailed his rings back. Samantha declares, it became evident that she was avoiding doing the right thing. The book author also claims that one of the reasons why Meghan and Engelson didn't work out is because the mom of one was having an affair with one of her Suits co-stars. We heard through the grapevine that Meg was involved with someone on the show, Samantha writes. I was in shock because I thought they had a marriage that defied all odds in Hollywood. The Royal Observer also reported that Samantha claims Engelson was seeing Meghan's best friend. It takes two to tango, she notes. We didn't really talk about her marital problems and I wish that we could have because I had been through it and felt I could be an experienced source of comfort, and maybe advice, Samantha writes. Meghan and Engelson tied the knot in 2011 in Jamaica, but they called it quits in 2013, citing irreconcilable differences.